been looking forward to this one since I met Peter, which this happened fast, by the way. For you guys that don't know, there's another just amazing, one of the most amazing people out of all the amazing people in Epics is AJ, who is in Los Angeles. And AJ had made an introduction. I think his last name is Nwosu, right? Nwsou, I think. And but a really, really just incredible like entrepreneur and just a really, really solid leader and a great guy. And he had made an introduction to Peter. And when him and I got on the horn, and I started to listen and see what he was doing, like literally on moment one, he was talking about this combination of the inner work that a leader really does need to do if you're going to be a badass leader, right? Not the power of the pen, not the power of the position, but if you really wanted to like influence and lead other people, a lot of it, which we spend a lot of time on in Epics, is it starts with who you are. No matter how badass you think you are, you got stuff to curve the edges of the square a little bit. And so when he started talking about that, I was already pretty impressed. But then he started to talk about using AI for like vision boards, which I thought was an amazing way of visualization. And we got very quickly talked about quantum physics in leadership. And the really amazing thing about it, Peter, was that like you don't know this, but like these elements that you were bringing together in your own business were elements that had been exposed to me and many of you guys on the call in pieces, and all of us who were already coming to the conclusion that the blending of all these things is real, it's necessary. The world's changing very, very quickly, and then when we talked about how would we take what you're doing and put it in front of this group, it really was this amazing moment to bring the inner work stuff that you are going to talk about and the technology side, as well as most leaders that I know that are the most advanced. They have done a lot of the inner work to smooth their own edges, and they're looking at technology not as something that they're afraid of, but how to harness for good. At the same time, they're aware that the power of thought and law of attraction and these things that sound really, really hippie to many people, might even be super hippie to me before I met all these Epics people, is a real thing when you bring it down to the quantum physics world of atoms moving atoms. And so, I'm really excited to see you bring it all together. So I'm going to turn it over to you. And you can tell these guys a little bit about the business that you have and, the regenerative mindset and kind of all the stuff that comes into what you're going to show.
Oh, thank you from the bottom of my heart for your invitation to generously invite me to your Epics community. It's a real honor and pleasure to be here today, to serve all of you, to really add value to everyone, especially for those who are here live, who have the courage to turn on your cameras. I encourage you to keep your cameras on, as this session will be super interactive.